From the dancing, you know what I'm saying? When did you kind of transition into?
When I was feeling it in my soul, like I'm spiritual, so I was really depressed, and I didn't know why. Like during the pandemic, it was so much money. Like I'm going home every night on everything I love, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 a night. Every night I'm working, so it's like I'm making all this money, but like at the end of the day, like I'm not happy. Like it's not, like for me, like money isn't happiness. So I just felt like it was time for me to sit down. Like my son was getting older. It's just different things. Like 27, so I'm getting old. Like I'm getting up there. It's time for me to sit down.
You say 27 and you getting old?
I'm 27. Yeah, I feel like a grandma. Like I just want to be inside.
What? See, nah, that ain't right.
Outside, like nobody want to be outside. I want to be inside, safe inside. But nah. So yeah, I just felt it. I felt like God was trying to tell me to slow. Like I just felt like I just needed to stop. I started to feel uneasy at work. Like if a guy would touch me, I kind of would move. Like it would make me uncomfortable. So that's never happened to me before. So that on top of like the depression, like I was battling a lot, and I felt like it was the club. It was that stress. I mean, I paid a lot. Like it pays to be in the streets. So like I did that and I got into that, but I paid for that. That fast money and stuff, I paid for that. Like people ask me all the time, like, oh, will you help me be a dancer? I would never tell somebody to go and do that. It's like telling someone, I would never tell someone to go join a gang. It's like, because at the end of the day, that shit is gonna cost you. Like, it might be fast money and it might be all glamorous, cool, but it's gonna cost you. So I just wanted to get my soul right. To be honest, I didn't want to tie in the club. Like I started getting like really paranoid that like I wouldn't make it home. So when I felt like not safe and not easy, I just said, it's time for me to sit down.
Do you think the paranoia or the uncomfortability comes from the fact that, you were getting popular, you were getting bigger and bigger? Do you feel like that drew more attention to you?
I mean, they do, but I ain't worried about nobody. Like, so no, it wasn't really that. It's just, I mean, it also could have been too, because at the same token, because of the pandemic and the money that it was, and I was also doing OnlyFans, and niggas knew I was eating. So a lot of people in my life changed dramatically when I started making the amount of money that I was making. And yeah, so it just was a lot going on. So,
Nah, I feel it. You brought it up.
I was getting kind of caught up. I felt like I was getting too deep. I was doing OnlyFans, and it was so much money, and it's so tempting to be like, oh, I'm making $14,000 for a picture of my nipple, of my nipples. Like, I'm not sucking no dick. I'm not fucking. I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm just dancing, twerking like I do in the strip club, and I'm making a lot of money. And then it was like, people asking for more and more and more. So you see all this money, like you could be making this if you do this, or it's like you could be doing, basically doing stuff I wouldn't normally. Like I'm not a porn star. I never had sex for money, so like I'm not gonna do that. That would be me coming out of my morals to do something for money, and I'm not gonna do that. So I felt like I kind of was getting a little caught up. Like there's a little bit of things I was getting a little too close to where like my comfort zone, that I had to take a step back. Sometimes I gotta sit down.